Simon, you accounted for Barrow at the weekend for 4 wins in a row. How's the mood in the camp at the minute? It seems like everyone's really enjoying the rugby.
Yeah, I think it's obviously nice to put a few wins back to back and do it in, I suppose, decent fashion. We've put on a few points last couple of games, and particularly the Barrow game, I thought we scored some really attractive tries and played some really nice stuff. But as we said straight after the game, plenty to work on. I thought we conceded some pretty soft ones in amongst it. But yeah, definitely moving in the right direction. We just need to tidy up a few areas, and that'll make us really hard to beat. Whereas at the minute, I think, well, I won't say we're a soft touch, but I don't think we should be conceding 18 points a game, which is, I don't know what his average would be over the 9 rounds we've had so far and cup game. But I'd say it's probably in and around that. So I think we need to get that average down, and that's just hard work and desperation, really. Harder you work, the more desperate you are to get better, and it comes a little bit quicker.
What do you attribute that uplift in form to? Is it anything differently you've been doing? Is it the firmer pitches?
Firm pitches obviously help. Different? No. I think it had been coming. We'd been saying that it's coming and so on, but now we're probably seeing the fruit of our labour, if you like, and getting past what was a pretty sticky start with between fixtures, loads of new players, playing on a bowl of soup and all the rest of it. So we're over those issues now. I know they were the same for everyone, but yeah, in context, it was a pretty rough start for us. But yeah, we're sort of back on track. A few bodies missing, and obviously Bobby missing as well now, which doesn't help us. We are massive on numbers. The Easter period for Super League clubs means we won't see anyone from them again. We're probably in need of freshening things up in the coming weeks anyway. So yeah, we're in a good spot at the moment, and we need to go into a weekend off with a good performance this week against Newcastle.
We'll come on to Newcastle shortly. You mentioned Jacob Fairbank, obviously got a 5-match suspension. Are you happy with that rule, and have you read the minutes from the RFL? There was an appeal that was going to go on. Can you tell us a bit about that?
It's kind of be careful what I say, really, but look, it is what it is. They've got a job to do. I think the incident, it doesn't look great, but 12 months ago it might have been a game or two, whereas that shows the stance the Rugby League are taking on these sort of matters at the moment. I thought Grade E was harsh. I did appeal that and try and get it downgraded, because I thought there's some circumstances in there that weren't considered within. But at the end of the day, they're the governing body, and they've got people in place to make these decisions for the good of the game. So as much as it's disappointing, there's nothing else we can do about it but get on with it, really. And we'll miss Bob. Obviously that's another number down, as I said before. That's a number down for us for a few weeks now, so it's an opportunity for someone else to step up. But yeah, no big complaints. I do think the grading's a little bit harsh, but yeah, that's it, to the letter of the law, which is what they look through, how they set out their sort of left and right of arc at the beginning of the year, and if it does fit within a grade E, I was hoping it'd come down, but we're that lucky.
We'll move on to round 10 then. Newcastle Thunder away at Kingston Park. The full-time outfit obviously, but they seem to be struggling for a bit of home form. You've done a bit of video study on them. What can we expect from Newcastle? Yeah,
they're up and down at present. A lot of changes to the team on a weekly basis, between injuries. Obviously Sam Hallis had left them already. I don't know if anyone else has left for other reasons other than injury and so on. Yeah, they've got a load of new faces, so somewhat makes them difficult to prepare for to a degree, because I know they've brought in this week Croft, who played for Barrow, and Sadiq Adebayo, sorry, forgive my pronunciation if it's wrong, but it was from Wakefield as well. Callum Field from Featherstone, and that's in addition to they've got a handful of young Wigan lads up there and so on. So look, I think they're a tough prospect up there on that pitch. Newcastle play, I suppose you'd call it a 3G brand of rugby, which I've seen Widnes play a very nice brand of rugby because their pitch affords it, and it's a big old rugby union field as well, so there's a lot of space to cover, and I do expect to be stretched, challenged, and as I say, I thought we conceded some pretty average tries at weekend, so I think we know where they'll be coming, and we need to be a lot better, and again go up with the sort of mindset we did last time when we were up there, and we put in a really good performance because we basically did the hard work, didn't relent with it, kicked well, played the game at the right end of the field, and opportunities present themselves off the back of it.
You mentioned they play a 3G brand of rugby, and that pitch can sort of benefit a team like Newcastle, but do you believe that it can also help us and suit our style of play?
I don't think it changes much for us and how we want to play. I think they'll play their way. And obviously, I think when you train on that sort of pitch every day and whatnot, it does sort of program you to play on that big open space and the dry track constantly, so it is good for them. But yeah, I do believe it's good for us. As I said at weekend, I thought we scored some good tries, created plenty of opportunity. I think we just pushed it a little bit at the weekend. I think if we can get that balance right, and it's a tough balance to get as well, of playing and promoting the ball and avoiding making sort of cheap errors, I suppose. But that's the challenge for us. That's how we want to play. But if we do make errors, we need to be stronger and defend them better.
And there's a couple of milestones in the team this week. Kevin Leroy is set to make his 250th career appearance if selected, and Louis Jouffre his 100th career appearance. Just how good of a pair of servants to the game have those two been?
Well, I think we start with Kev. Kev's, for anyone who knows Kev's story, I know he's done a lot of work with Rugby League Cares and the mental health side of things, and I think he's got quite a story as Kev, off the field, then leading into on the field stuff. He's been a good player, come to England from playing at Catalans, starting at Toulouse, played at Catalan, didn't speak a word of English really, and now if you have a chat with him, he doesn't shut up, does he? A little bit of a Yorkshire accent on some of his words as well. Yeah, he's amassed a good number of games, playing in the forwards predominantly throughout as well, which is good and a tough feat as well. He's had a bit of poor luck with Hull KR got relegated, contract ripped up, some drama at Lee, ended up having to leave there after being settled and so on. And I think he's settled here, he's found a home. I understand him, I think we get on pretty well, and I think we've seen, since he came as a back rower, and we had a chat and a conversation about maybe we could get a bit more out of him as a middle, and I think he's done a really good job for us in these recent seasons, and he's in pretty good form at the moment as well. Louis, different one, 100 games, and he's probably done 15 at a few clubs and a few more at another. He's moved around a bit. He's not been scared to go and find an opportunity and make the most of it, and I think coming into this season as a sort of a 3-horse race, if you like, for the half-back position, I thought his attitude was great when Corey got the first crack at it, sort of thing, and it was his job then really to get himself into the team and play well enough to where he keeps his jersey, and he's doing that at the moment. So I'm really happy with Louis. They're both good characters to have around, and I think there's plenty more games in the tank yet for both of them.
And finally then, it's Saturday, 3 o'clock kick-off. It's not a traditional rugby league day for ourselves, but it's still a good trip for the fans to make up there. It's a fantastic city. You'll be looking forward to seeing a lot of blue and white up there at Kingston Park cheering the boys on. Yeah,
definitely. We had a pretty good following up there last time. It was still a bit tricky around the COVID rules and all the rest of it, which I think there's a bit more freedom there now, so that'll be good. They'll be able to get a beer and have something to eat and all that. I think that was a bit of a drama last time. And yes, Newcastle's a good city to have a laugh as well, and I think with it being a Saturday, it probably offers everyone an opportunity to get up there, watch our game, and have a little bit of social time as well, and possibly stop over on the Saturday night. But no, I think they have been behind us, through thick and thin for the most part. I'll see them up there again this week, and hopefully there's a couple of flags up and the lads get to celebrate a few tries in front of them and enjoy themselves again.